All right, everyone. This is DM's Reef coming at you. I got my package in the mail today, and this was the Caulerpa I picked up for 11 bucks. It's not very much, but I guess it grows fast. We'll see. I just planted it in the miracle mud a little bit so it takes root. I do have some frags in here that I had a coral from the get-go when I set this 240 up back probably 3-4 months ago. This was one of the SPSs that didn't make it, or trying. It was getting STN or you know what I mean. It was slowly deteriorating. So I fragged it in bigger pieces. It made it pretty far. Well, I put it in here now. This is all I got left. I got a couple pieces up there. And I do have some pieces of this Stylopora. Just I have too much. I just don't want the little pieces, especially in this system. I got some bigger colonies of this, so I really don't need that in there. This will just dress this refugium up a little bit. So I did clean out my Chaeto. Brought it to the local fish store. They took that. I get free water. I get, you know, whatever I need. He gives me a few bucks store credit, and it helps me out. You know what I mean? So all in all, this is the Caulerpa, and we will do an update on how fast it's growing, and we'll see what the outcome of with the miracle mud and the plants. I mean, my Chaeto grows great. The Caulerpa, I got to make sure my lights stay on, especially once this starts really taking over. I think it'll look really, really cool as I just keep putting it all into the sand. I call it sand, it's miracle mud, but put that in there, and we will see what the outcome is. I just still can't get over how this is all miracle mud. This is real fine. This is a little bit thicker, and this is real coarse. 30 pounds is in here. The very bottom is obviously sand, just to kind of aerate it a little bit, hold the mud up. I got a little monty cap there. So I got some Kenya trees that are not open yet, but I'll show you guys real quick across here. I mean, look at this pink millie. It is coloring up. This used to be all white. These were white. This was all white. Didn't think it was gonna color up that fast, but gee whiz, see how white this is right there on this little tip. That's how that hole underneath was. So it's colored up really nice. If you could see, I mean, that millie by far is beautiful to me anyways. Everybody's doing good. The only thing that's looking pretty rough right now, and I don't know if it's because my system is too clean. This used to be really bright orange, and it's a type of chalice. It was happy over here where my torch is. I moved them over there thinking, you know, it'll look better. Well, now it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like brownish. It's like starting to brown out a little bit. This was damaged from my clowns. I thought it was gonna kill the whole entire tongue coral. I've had this thing since going on 3 years now, 2.5 years, and it looks like it's trying to heal itself. Now I don't know, is that the mud? Is that just good hubadry for the fish tank? Is it just because everything's spot on? I don't know. The only new addition thing that I've done was the miracle mud, so maybe, guys, maybe it's worth a shot, right? It's cool to say. I got white tips on all of this. I got white growth there. I got white growth all up there. I mean, this stuff is growing, man. I am not, no joke. I just fragged that little piece in the back, and it's already got a white tip on it. Even this, it's got a little green tip, but it's growing. Everything is growing. I just love it. I keep saying that, but oh, look at that. That coral fell over. Oh, I can't reach. Oh, okay, well, I gotta put that coral back up. The bryopsis little area that I had going on, I broke the piece of rock off, threw the whole rock away. I do have a little bit right there. And then I have a little bit underneath here, but that's it. I do have a bubble algae issue. I did buy 2 emerald crabs. I'm going to go ahead and buy another probably 6, just so that it's not in focus. It's just so that I can try to control it. I know when you pop them, the spores go into the tank, but it is what it is. If I keep them alive, they'll just keep eating them before they could harvest, you know what I mean? I do have a UV sterilizer. I'm not sure if that's really doing anything. All in all, I do have that Milwaukee MC122 controller on its way. As of right now, I'm doing probably 1 bubble every second and a half. I did check my calcium and alkalinity, and everything is pretty good. I'm at 9.9 for the elk. I was 9.3, so it did go up a little bit. So I'm gonna leave this right where it's at for right now until I can get the pH probe that's on its way. It did ship today. You know how Amazon is. They want to give you the latest date possible, so I'm hoping it's here by Wednesday. But that's all I got. I moved my doser up here just to kind of make it easier if I have to dose. It's not plugged in. So underneath my system is pretty clean. I do have another refugium underneath here that has Chaeto. So I got this one and that one, and that's my protein skimmer. I am running biopellets, and then that's the container. I do have a BRS reactor under there just in case I have to run some carbon. But so far, man, this build has a couple little bumps, but nothing that I'm stressing over. I'm not adding any chemicals. I'm not adding anything just because it's out there on the market to cure something. I'm going to let nature take its course and let my animals and cleanup crew take care of what I gotta take care of inside this tank. Bubble algae, normally it's one of the nuisance problems that normal people usually get in their tank. I might get it's called SOHAL tang, I'm not sure. They are a little pricey, but my chevron is probably 8 inches, maybe even a little closer to 9 maybe. He is a big boy, so I got to get something that will be able to handle him beating them up. But I heard they eat bubble algae. I heard red sea sailfin tangs eat bubble algae. So we will see about that. But I think with that and the chevron, I was told that they would beat up each other. Actually, my chevron would probably kick his A-double-S. So I don't know. So right now I'm just trying to, that's the only problems I really have. I have a couple small little sizes of bryopsis, and I do have some bubble algae. But other than that, this tank is running flawlessly. I got a hell of a coralline algae. I do, this is acrylic, so I do have some scratches and stuff that I'm trying to keep this front glass the cleanest possible. The sides, I did scrape it. I'm not really worried about it. I'll take you around here where you can see. You could see through there. It looks pretty good on this camera, but in all reality, this side is pretty messed up. But it is a nice tank, 7 foot by 2 foot by 27 inches tall. I do have another Ecotech MP40 which I'm gonna put in the middle, right up in there. So I'll have a total of the 3 going. But for right now, I got the BB-8s for circulation, gyros or Jabos, I'm sorry, and I got 2 MP40s. So rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Heck, if you guys have any questions with calcium reactor or my refugium display, or you guys just want to follow me, it's very much appreciated. Let your friends, family, and everybody know. I'm gonna start actually picking certain things to talk about and try to get my ugly mug on the computer where everybody could kind of see who I am, kind of like what everybody else does, instead of me being behind the camera. But this is my system. Total gallons, if you were to take all the rock out, I'm probably sitting at just right under 300. If you add everything, even with the rock, I'm closer to 360 gallons of water. But it's not true, because if you take all your rock out, I'll probably lose 60 gallons of water. So, all right, this system is up and running, and it's been going for about 4 months. I know I'm just rambling, but I will do another series of videos on this system and let you guys know how everything's going. This is the Caulerpa. See how little it is now? We will show you guys in a couple weeks how big it gets, or if it dies. Thanks a lot, guys. Keep on reefing. This is DM's Reef. See you in the next one.